It was a bizarre and horrible night. In the end, Hiro kept cackling as we carried her out of the hotel. We put her in an ambulance and Damon rode with her into his hospital. The siren blasts through the night. Exhaustion bears down on me and I find that I need to sit down. When I come back to my senses and look up, the rain has already stopped. The moment I get back to the mansion, I collapse on the sofa. Ugh. Fury rises with me without an outlet. Why? Why is this happening again? I'm sure I sealed Mary. So then why? Why again? The image of Hiro earlier fixes in my mind. I have to do something. Something. Her shrill laugh echoes in my ears. I don't have a need pop to give, I don't think. Nope. It's not popping today. I can give you a neck crack or something, but a lot of the pops I control, the knees are not one of them. That's right, I have to investigate tomorrow. Once I'm done looking things up, I should go to bed early. I hear the rumble of something heavy moving around as I'm half asleep. Is someone here? My brain is too sluggish for thought. I couldn't say how long I'd slept. I remember it being dawn, but a loud noise makes me spring upright. Young eyes are staring at me. I'm so sorry. I woke you up. Suzu, what are you doing here? The room was messy. I thought I'd clean it for you. Sorry I didn't ask permission first. That's not exactly what I meant. I'm gonna guess. Nope, it's Christy. Jeez, you are a little too careless. Christy, you're here too? She shrugs and sighs dramatically, very nearly rolling her eyes at me. You left the front door unlocked. Were you out investigating until late? It's not good to sleep on the sofa. I guess I didn't have an energy to make it up to my bedroom last night. Was I that tired? Yeah, something like that. Take better care of yourself. Oh, do you want some coffee? No, I'm fine for now. More importantly, why are you here? Christy glances over at me and huffs. I'm dropping off reports for Mr. Detective. Mr. Detective? It must be research from Mishita's case. But who would have thought Christy would listen to a request from Mishita? That man is the worst. The attitude he had when asking for favors. If I didn't owe you, I'd flat out have told him no. Guess she didn't agree because she wanted to. I understand, but why is Suzu here too? I told her about my visit and invited her. We exchanged numbers a while back. Yeah, she certainly surprised me, suddenly asking to be friends. It's the first time I've been friends with an adult. Christy whispers to me. I mean, I can't help but be worried. I have to make sure that creepy otaku isn't doing anything weird to her. They go after children sometimes. So that's why. She was worried about Aita's so forward. No more likely because Suzu is too innocent. But I'm a little relieved. You didn't seem very well when I was here before, so I've been worried. I'm glad to hear that. I wish Aita could have come with us, but he's working at the factory today. It sounds like Aita started working seriously. It's never too late to start something. I hope he tries hard. So moving on to the matters at hand. You heard how the owner of that hotel went missing, right? I have connections with the copy editor of that article, so I asked her, and sure enough, her expression clouds over. The hotel and rumors of its illegal services were juicy news for the media. They even knew that there was a mediator organization managing it. The reporters looking into it, the flow cache, actually got some concrete proof. This telling of the story is fascinating because Christy used to be in the media herself. The things recorded in the guest books we found may have been connected. But before we talk about it more. Suzu, sorry, but would you mind doing more cleaning? I've been putting it off for a long time, so the second floor is a giant mess too. Okay, I can do that. I'll borrow your cleaning supplies then. Suzu skips up the stairs. Christy seems to immediately catch on. Not exactly a topic for kids' ears, huh? I'm sorry, I didn't realize. No, it's really is messy up there. Anyway, tell me more. Yes, so the media at the time should have been pursuing the heart of the matter, but it's like this case was hardly reported on. The media caught wind of the story, so the police should have been briefed on it as well. And yet what took place in Masquerade is shrouded in darkness. It seems something behind all this. Behind, how do you mean? I don't know if this is the true or not, but they had a whole list of all the Masquerade customers. Famous politicians and businessmen were on it. And that reporter who got the proof up that and went missing? A number of freelancers on the case also went missing, apparently. That's horrible. Those are the only words I can find to describe it. You're telling me. It's an outrage to silence those who are seeking the truth. It's bad, but it'd be at least be a little, oh god. But it'd at least be a little bit better if it was the work of regular humans. The work of regular humans? What do you mean by that? Exactly what it sounds like. The truth is, I tell Chrissy about what happened yesterday. What we found in the hotel, what happened to Hiro. The color drains from Chrissy's face until she's as white as a sheet. Who's talking to me? Suzu, we're leaving. With her sudden yell, Christy stands up and prepares us to leave. What's wrong? No one told me. What? No one said a single thing about spirits like that being involved. I'm sorry, but I can't do this. I'm never going to face a spirit again. And I'm not just thinking about me. I don't want Suzu going through that either. Thinking about it makes sense. No one has the right to drag Christy and Suzu into a case like this, especially me. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to get you involved. The research you've done is enough, so don't concern yourself about it anymore. Christy looks at me in stunned surprise. No, I should be the one apologizing. I owe you. You did everything you could to save us. But Is something the matter? Suzu re-enters the room, head tilted in confusion. I just remembered something I have to do, so we need to leave. Sorry. You can keep cleaning next time, okay? Okay, I understand. Suzu nods, though she looks suspicious. She's very perceptive. She has to have picked up on the strained air between us. Well then, see you, Mr. Cade. Right, thanks for coming all this way. You were a great help. I'm very grateful. Christy quickly bows, her expression inscrutable. Scrutable? Excuse me. I'll come again sometime, okay? Suzu puts her hands together and bows politely. Then she whispers in my ear so Christy can't overhear. I'm so sorry, I caught a little bit of what you were talking about earlier. So I contacted Eita. I'm sure he'll be helpful. Oh. To be honest, I can't imagine Eita being very useful. But Suzu has good intentions, so I nod. Thanks, that helps. I do my best to smile as I see them out of the mansion. I need to get ready soon and head out. I didn't think it would go for 2 days straight, but it's sprinkling again tonight. Gotta set the mood for the investigation, huh? Mother Nature is just taunting me. As the time comes to get the search started, 2 figures finally appear. Oh god. Hey, right on time. Did you get any sleep? Damon looks exhausted, probably as a result of everything that happened last night.
Hello?
Oh god, no! Howdy, it's my turn today. Do this, we shall. Banshee? I honestly never expected Banshee Itao to come help, but he definitely has some spiritual powers. Yasuko judgment is on point. Yasuoka. Getting tired. But more importantly, how is Hiro doing? She's stable. She's showing no adverse symptoms, but she hasn't regained consciousness, and she's exhausted a lot of energy. Even being optimistic, it isn't good. At this rate, her life could be in danger. Is that so? I was prepared for bad news, but the situation sounds exceedingly dire laid out like that. The problem is we don't know the cause. We suspect poison, but without knowing what kind, there's nothing we can do. What's worse is we can't find a puncture wound for the injection point. You can't give her serum? Isn't that normally what you give patients when they're poisoned? Damon looks exasperated, or rather frustrated, as he shakes his head. So just try random antitoxins. Sure, if you want to kill her, go ahead. If we could get our hands on the poison, it'd take time to create the serum. We'd be too late. So there's nothing we can do. If we just had some kind of clue. I look up at the hotel, basked in the sea of neon. There isn't much hope, but we cannot despair either. Oh, that's right, just so you know. Damon looks over at me. There was no mark on Hero's body. I see. Which means that the nightmare isn't starting again. I sigh in relief, the frozen chunk of fear in my chest melting away. I did some investigation on myself. Actually, I went to the warehouse last night. What did you find? Nothing had changed. That Palawonia box was still sealed. Is that right? Phew, well, that's good. That's the first good news I've heard in a while. Come on, you two. I don't know what the fuck. How long are you gonna stand around chit-chatting? Let's get going already. Right, sorry for making you wait. This is everyone for today, right? I hesitate for a second as Aita comes to mind, but this is all of us. Let's get started. Good, time to get a move on. I'm so tired. He's so energetic it's more worrying than reassuring. Why is Banshee this fired up? Just an FYI, old man, this place may be abandoned, but stealing is a crime. An ex-detective gave us the request if you do anything illegal. How dare you! I don't go around stealing things. I'm helping out of the goodness of my heart. Anyway, who cares about that? Let's get to searching. Sounds like Damon hit the bullseye. Banshee rushes ahead into the hotel as if trying to get away. As troublesome as ever. Well, it is at least reliable at times like these. By the way, Cade, may I ask you to do something for me? No need to be so formal about it. If something were to happen to me, please move Hero to another hospital at once. I've spoken to another doctor and know. Okay. Then if I start acting strangely, I'll leave myself in your hands, Damon. Yes, of course. And what will we do if we're both done in? Good question. Guess it'll be up to that grumpy detective. Alright, let's have him take care of it. Come on, we can't let that guy wander alone. Okay. Whoa, it's still all fancy. Who am I talking for? Whoa, it's still all fancy in here. Yeah, okay, Banshee. Cheerfully, voice hits us as soon as we step inside. Maybe I could make this my second home. Oh, what's this glass case about? Talking to himself, he starts rummaging around. I already warned you once, old man. We're not here to play. I don't think Banshee's listening. As Banshee putters around by himself, he reminds me of what happened to Hero yesterday. We should stick together as much as possible. It's dangerous to go alone. Yeah, you're right. Hey, old man, are you listening? I have ears. He hears us all right, but clearly won't listen. Good grief. So, Cade, you searched up to the 3rd floor yesterday? Which means we should look through the 4th floor and above today. Yeah, that's right, but, is there a problem with that plan? When we went up to the stairs to the 4th floor, we just ended up back on the 3rd again. I tell them about the mysterious phenomenon we encountered yesterday. Are you sure you weren't just confused? Yeah, I'm pretty sure that was real. Then we're in trouble. Is there no other way to get to the 4th floor? What are you talking about? There's a way right over there. Easy. Banshee unexpectedly butts in. What do you mean? That thing right there, see? Do you bumpkins not know what an elevator is? Damon lets out an irritated groan. Old man, you know elevators need electricity to work, don't you? Do you think this hotel has any power? If there isn't any, then all you have to do is make it so there is. There are devices that control electricity. I should know. I'm an expert. Oh, really? Is that so? Damon sighs. I think he's lost his will to argue. Guess I'll just have to find that device, that thing myself, then. He heads off, and after I had told him not to wander away from others. I just asked you not to go off by yourself. Banshee, I'm begging you, stay. I don't get to finish my sentence. Splitting pain pierces my head, and I fall to my knees. Ugh. Cade, what's wrong? But my head suddenly... Do you get chronic migraines? Do you have any medicine on you? No, I don't think that's it. My head is just throbbing. A pulsing headache. If you don't have any medicine, then icing it is best. I'll go buy something from the vending machine. Sit here until I come back. Don't try to stand, you could fall over. I sink to the floor, unable to even reply. Before long, Damon returns with a cold bottle of water, but strangely enough, my headache completely vanished while he was gone. It's hard to believe that a pain that intense would disappear so easily, but it did. Damon doesn't seem particularly surprised when I tell him. No, it's not that odd. After all, we haven't clarified what caused the headache in the first place. I'm sure it's just exhaustion. You didn't sleep much yesterday, did you? That's true. I can't exactly say I got much rest. When you're under continuous stress, it's possible to get sudden headaches. Once you get home, you should take a bath or something and relax. Okay, I'll try that. All of that's common sense, but it carries weight coming from a doctor. Ah, by the way. Damon looks around, puzzled. Where's old man Banshee? Huh? I whip my head around, searching, but Banshee is nowhere to be found. Jeez, already I give up. Let's hope so. I'm quite worried. But there's nothing we can do. We'll let him do what he wants. As long as it's proper investigation, a detective should have no complaints. Yeah, let's go. I tried pulling on it. Fudge. What do you think? Can you lift this? Well, I can at least hold it up. I'll just have to give it a try. Make sure you don't hurt your back. 1, 2, 3. We both lift the bed up together. I managed to drag out the object with my foot. I've got it. We can put it down now. Yeah, I worked up a sweat. So what did you find? Got contraceptives. Strange it hasn't been found until now. Well, at least it hasn't been used. Lend me a hand. Alright, I'll show you what I'm capable of now that I've gotten healthier. On my count, 1, 2. We mustered all our strength and then tried 2 or 3 times to force the doors open. Then, whoa. There's the sound of something snapping and the doors suddenly slide open. Did we break it? Maybe. It's probably still okay. But now we can search inside the elevator. Let's go in. You know, elevators have a lot of room to just hang out in. Manually opening the door with my hands and stepping in feels really weird. Damon conscientiously closes the door once he comes inside. Doesn't leaving an elevator door open concern you? Ah, true. I think it was just a habit that I didn't think about. Still. Are those spider webs on the ceiling? Yeah, looks like it. An enclosed area such as this would be a good place to spin a web. Now then, where should we check first? Spider webs, maybe. There are cables coming out of the hole in the top. Looks like a light used to be there, but it was taken down for whatever reason. A small keyhole above the operating buttons. Oh dear. I saw that. It's a hotel floor guide. It lists room numbers from the 1st floor to the 6th. So the VIP room is on the 6th floor. It's the only one with a different color. Alright, let me feel it. It has buttons from the 1st to the 5th floor. Going by how it looks from the outside, it doesn't seem to be broken. Wait, is it just me or is something off? It is indeed odd. The buttons only go up to the 5th floor, and yet the floor guide says there's a 6th floor. That is quite concerning. Maybe you can only get to the 6th floor by using the stairs. I don't think so. It says the 6th floor is a deluxe suite. I've never heard of a VIP room that can only get to using the stairs. That's a good point. They wouldn't make their guests of honor use the stairs. But then, what does this discrepancy mean? I suddenly remember how Banshee was fixated on the elevator, like he somehow knew it held a secret all along. In the end, we'll just have to try to get it moving. Huh? Get what moving? This elevator, like what Banshee was saying. Damon stares at me, his face a mask of utter disbelief. You know Banshee has mysterious powers. Maybe we just need to bet on them. But his idea has a huge hole in it. The problem is how we go about getting it to move. I don't have the slightest idea. I see now. I thought he was going to get irritated with me, but Damon thinks about something for a while. Then he slowly starts talking. Kate, to be honest, I've been giving it a lot of thought since then. A lot of thought to what? Why we survived. Or more, why the spirits were vanquished. I've been considering the reason. It's surprising to hear him talk like that. He speaks as if he's recounting something painful. The reason why, it's clear that nothing physical was behind it. I get the feeling they were vanquished for a more meaningful reason. Otherwise, that soldier wouldn't have crumbled just from one hit with a chisel. Which leads me to one answer. The fights we experienced with the spirit weren't actual fights. More rituals with certain conventions. Rituals? Yes, just like the religious ceremonies rituals that are present to the spirits. A ritual is a reenactment of something obvious. Obviously, it doesn't actually take place, but maybe going through the motion satisfies those on the other side. Then once purpose is accomplished, in our case the spirits were vanquished. Then the marks disappeared. It's all conceptual, but it's a convincing argument, especially for those without personal experience. With personal experience. For example, we vanquished Hanahiko with lipstick and a hand mirror, but we are essentially reenacting his memories of his mother. And if you define a ritual as a reenactment, then that'd mean our fights were rituals. I understand that, but that was my point. We must fix the elevator, that much is clear. But perhaps we only need a ritual, in other words, go through the motions. So he's saying we need to perform some kind of ritual to get the elevator moving. It's almost like playing house. This isn't playing. Playtime. Rituals are serious. No adults would get excited over a groundbreaking ceremony. Ah, true. If this is the work of being caught up in some delusion like the spirits, a ritual might make something happen. Investigation we entrusted to you, therefore I leave the decision to you. Oh, that's the elevator fire switch. If you stick the key in and turn it, it activates the elevator even in emergencies. Emergencies? What kind? I don't know, really recall. I think it can make the elevator move without closing the doors. According to Damo, normal elevators stop moving if their doors are broken. But suppose you need to use it during an emergency. You need the key. It seems like a good time to use that. We did force the doors open, after all. If we broke them while doing that, we might need to use the fire switch. Still, you're pretty well informed. I learned that during a disaster drill when I worked at a larger hospital. We were lectured to prepare us for anything that might happen. But that's why he knows so much. Do you have a key? Do you have a key you think we can use? Should try to fit it. I have a spoon. I don't have a key. I don't have a key. Okay. Nope, not what I meant. Get out of the elevator. Get out of the elevator! We return to the 3rd floor. This is interesting. Banshee is there. He's appreciating a painting on the wall and mumbling something. What's so interesting about that painting? What are you doing? You aren't planning on stealing that, are you? Ha! Even I can tell this painting ain't worth a dime. I was just giving it a good look-see. These paintings seem to have a specific order to view them. See you, I'm gonna go look somewhere else. Manshade disappears toward the stairs. Thanks, bud. But it doesn't move at all. I see. Try opening it while pushing from another direction. Which direction is that? One not involved with it opening or closing, so from the side. Try pulling on the frame again, and I'll try out my idea. I pull on it again, as I'm told. Damon puts his hands on the side of the knob and leans his weight toward the hinge. Then, the door, which had summarily refused to open, now abruptly pops open. How does he know this? Well, it actually opened. Just a little life wisdom. I live in an old traditional house, so I deal with my fair share of troublesome doors. Sure. Makes sense. You never know what's going on to come in handy. There might be something inside. After all, this is a guest room, seems different. Yeah, we should be careful. Open the door to bed. There are dark red stains by the sink drain. It seems to be dried blood. Someone must have lost a lot of blood going by how much is on the floor. What the hell happened here? There's a shelf. I check through all the bottles on the shelf. I find a tube that still has something left inside. Maybe toothpaste? I look at the label. I got Vaseline. Of course you did. White petroleum, huh? It's used as a lubricant and moisturizers. Huh, might come in handy. Go inside and flush the toilet. The toilet lets out a horrible coughing noise and spits up some black water. When I look up, I notice something stuck on the side of the tank. Found a wall. Oh, yay, talisman. Oh my, all blood. The bathroom sectioned off glass. I step inside and dig around in the bathtub. I really notice a large object that looks like a small log. What's this? I stare at it until I realize what it is. Got wooden horse head. Damon seems shocked. It might be a little late to say saying this, but you really are impressive, Cade. Thank you. The Spanish donkey lies in the corner of the room. Well, I have the head for it, so... Out of the fancy room, into the normal room. A large air conditioning unit is tinted yellow, maybe from tobacco resin. Check out everything one more time. No, same stuff. It's an object within an iron cover. It's some kind of electrical device. Open the cover and peek inside. I don't know the actual name for it, but I find a device that looks like a circuit board. And of course it's broken. We'll have to fix this if we want to get the elevator moving. Just like the old man said, it normally doesn't move without electricity. Of course, we don't have to actually fix it, so long as we can get it moving. We'll only be performing a repair ritual. That's all we can do. By the way, Cade. Damon's face pales further as he groans. This stuff hanging everywhere. I think it's human hair. Sweat drips down my back. It certainly does look that way. Well, we can only ignore it for now. Yeah, good idea. Trying to put it from my mind, I reach out to the circuit board. Just then I noticed something weird. What's that noise? When I hold my head close to the circuit board, I hear a faint buzzing. It's coming from the circuit board. Something might be vibrating inside it. That's often the case with electrical devices. You're right, it's vibrating. Touching the case with my fingers, I can feel the vibration. He was right, the board is vibrating. So that must be why. Damon nods to himself. There aren't any spider webs there. What do you mean? Nothing. I'd expect this place to be covered with spiders' webs like the elevator. It was strange to see it wasn't. It's probably because of this noise. Spiders hate small vibrations like this. I've heard that's why they don't spin webs by motors or things of that nature. Huh. It's not really relevant. Now what should we do about this? I don't know. I got a spoon. Got a contraceptive. Oh, wait. I stretch the contraceptive with both hands and hook it to the switch. It takes more strength than I expected. Contraceptive. They mean condom. I managed to connect the ends and fix the switch in place. You're pretty imaginative. I use the contraceptive to repair the circuit breaker. Okay. Sure.